All right, I believe we are live. What's up, Barrels for Hope? Welcome to, I know it's December, but this is the November live stream. Hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I know myself and Josh are on the back end of colds, so we're going to try to give you our best tasting notes tonight, but welcome everybody. We've got some exciting news for you tonight. I think I wasn't in the board of directors meeting this week, but I think Kim's you're announcing things tonight, right? Some things?
Announcing a little bit.
Okay, well, more to come on that. Josh, Kim, Joe, how are you guys doing tonight?
Doing well.
Yeah, great.
Doing good.
It's
Getting
awesome.
over this cold, like you said.
I know.
I'll be using the mute button prodigiously tonight.
Yeah. Well, guys, I hope everyone's got their Driftless Glen pick in by now. You should have it. If you were expecting it and you don't have it, don't email me. Email Earl. I'm saying that. Email Earl, Earl at barrelsforhope.com, and he'll look into it. But I think everything's going really well with the transition. I don't think we've had many problems. So if we have, I haven't heard about them. So that's good. I hope everybody's got their bottle. We're going to start tonight by pouring this and tasting it. And we would love to hear your guys' tasting notes as well. I was just telling Joe in the green room that I was pleasantly surprised because I wasn't sure what to expect from Driftless Glen. We've done several of these picks with A1, and usually sometimes they can come off a little crafty, and I get like a lot of chocolate malt notes on past picks. This pick's totally different. I don't know what you guys did, Joe. You did an amazing job because there's no craft notes. To me, it tastes like orange ribbon candy. It is really, really awesome pick. I'm really impressed with what Driftless is doing. So I don't know if you want to talk about the pick, Joe, but how was it? I know we had some people on the pick, and it looked like a great time.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. I wish it was more than just getting up there and doing the pick and leaving, which is unfortunately how a few recent ones have been. But the place was awesome. If anybody hasn't visited Driftless Glen yet, it's a pretty cool visit. They have a really nice restaurant. The pick experience was all right. They had us like in a conference room with samples, which is like, okay. I mean, it was fun. I mean, yeah. Chasing through barrels or doing the pick, but we did get to go out and get a tour through the distillery, which was really cool. Went to the barrel warehouse. It was really cool for me seeing their setup because although they're larger than we are at Adventure, we're similar in scale enough where I'm like, taking some pictures and seeing how they're doing this, and trying to ask questions and maybe copying some ideas and stuff. I really loved how they had their grain milling house and their setup going to the cooker. And anybody who wants to nerd out in the actual distilling process, it's a pretty cool one to look at because it's big enough to where they have a nice operation going, but it's small enough where you get to actually see all the mechanisms moving and get a feel with how they actually run things on day to day, which was pretty cool. But yeah, and then the barrels we were tasted through were pretty good. This one was by far the best. I mean, I think if I'm not wrong, I think it was pretty unanimous on the barrel. So, but yeah, the whole experience was pretty good. And I've had a few. I don't have a ton of previous Driftless Glen experience, but I've had a few that I've been kind of like you, kind of iffy on. And this one is pretty good. I think we picked a good barrel.
I think you picked a great barrel. Yeah, it's really interesting. We're always thankful to be able to pick any barrels, but this one was a little weird because I remember I was talking to the rep via text, and I was telling him we want a finished barrel. Like we want some kind of finished barrel. Let him taste a bunch of finished barrels. He never said anything different. And then you guys were on the pick, and then they're like, yeah, they only sat us down in a conference room and we only got to try bourbon. And I was like, it's not at all what we said we wanted, but you know, I think it turned out great. I love it.
Yeah. It seemed like
you just have to know what.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, you don't know what all they had going on in that week and with the schedule and what people were there or not, but it was a little bit of it wasn't chaos, but there was like a little bit of unorganized disarray with how the pick went as far as some other ones. Like, I don't think you ever want like a super polished, very corporate pick, but it was kind of fumbling through it almost. So it was cool. I'm glad for the members that are there be able to check out the warehouse and actually sit down and taste through the barrels and stuff. But it was good, but it was kind of underwhelming.
That's good. Well, underwhelming.
That's part of the barrel picking game, though. We've done enough of these.
You never know.
You guys know how it is. You never know what you're walking into. You never know what you're going to get. You just hope that you communicate up front, like, hey, we're charity. We're here to pick a really great barrel. Please hook us up with something good. We're not here to pick like a crowd pleasing, like store pick that's just going to, get sold to the masses. Like, we're enthusiasts. We want something good. And I feel like that's exactly what we got. We're in something that enthusiasts can really appreciate.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, sorry, Joe. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I do feel like they pulled out some pretty good barrels for us. If anybody's watching, they're not overly familiar. It's not like you get to, unless you're at Starlight, walk around the warehouse and taste whatever you want. Typically, distilleries will, taste through and select. They might have 200 barrels, right? And they're going to pull 10 or 12 of them for their single barrel program. And then you get to pick through the ones they've set aside for their single barrel program. And I feel like they did set aside some really nice ones. My experience with them, some of the best barrels they did have. So that was good.
Yeah, I'm excited to I'm excited, number one, that it's by far the best Driftless Glen pick I've tasted, but just to have something cool like that from Wisconsin in the collection is really cool. And it tastes really good to me. I don't know, Josh, Kim, how do you guys feel about it so far?
I like it. I do get a little bit of craftiness on the palate, like a little bit of barnyard corn husk, but it is not in any way off-putting. Like, I think it's really good.
Yeah.
Is the mash bill in this 60-20-20? Is that correct? Am I remembering that right?
That sounds right. I know it was high malted barley.
I think it's 60-20-20. And I think the thing that Kim's getting, I read as the malt coming through.
I do too. Yeah.
And I like Scotch. I have met whiskeys I don't like, but I've never met a category whiskey I don't like. So as long as it's done well, I'm probably going to like it. And I think this is done really well. 6 years old, aging in Wisconsin, it's more cold than it is hot. Like, you don't get that Texas heat, that Southeastern heat, even into Kentucky, you're not getting that hot. So for the fact that this at 120 proof, to me, I'm not getting any sharp edges, no ethanol. It's all flavor at that proof point, which I love. And then the flavors that are here, to me, Lance said it perfectly, like that kind of like candied orange, ribbon candy type. I can see that ribbon candy in my mind when you say it.
I know.
and then like underneath that is the maltiness that's just adding this. It's almost, I don't know if it's like, I would call it texture or something, but it's just, I don't know, it makes it almost feel kind of like it has this little bit of creaminess and that little hint of malt in there. And I really enjoy that.
Yeah. Now that you guys are talking about it, I get some similar notes off that on some of the Chattanooga stuff that I like. And I know Josh, me and you were just talking about them. They're super high malt. Some of their stuff is all malted. Doesn't matter what grain it is. And I kind of like that. I get a little bit of that, not quite the same flavor, but that same texture and kind of supporting creaminess note on the New Riff malted stuff, like the 100% malted rye and things like that.
The empty glass just smells like a dreamsicle. When you guys finish the glass, smell it.
You're stuck on that orange note.
I'm really stuck on it. It's all I get. It's all I get.
It's the first thing I got when I poured it. And I was like, this is so pleasant. Like, that's a note to me. An orange note in whiskey to me is almost never off-putting. Like, cherry can go medicinal, or it can go, it can go kind of dry, or it can go tart. Cherry can go a lot of different directions. Orange is never bad. I mean, I love Wild Turkey. They kind of have like a candied citrusy orange type of note in the background in there. This is just taking that kind of note and bringing it more toward the forefront. And I love that.
Real quick, anyone know who that is? Should I ban that?
I was just going to ask, are we getting spammed?
We might be getting spammed.
Did the bots get us again already?
I banned them and deleted it, so hopefully that wasn't somebody in our group.
If it was, email us. Let us know that we banned you.
Yeah. And then explain what.
Yeah.
There's another one up here too. Man, we've never got spam before.
Yeah. Interesting.
That's crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah. So anyway, Joe, team, great job on the pick. I actually really enjoyed it, and I was holding my breath because you just never know. But I'm excited to have that in the collection. So
yeah, no, it's a good one. It's an awesome place to visit. I highly recommend everyone visit them, have lunch at the restaurant, because the restaurant was fantastic. That was really good.
Well, with that, let's talk about upcoming picks. Joe, you want to talk about what's upcoming and some things that we are working on?
Yeah. So real soon coming up, and I am so excited. This is one of the picks that I've probably been the most excited for everyone to get in hand and to taste. That's our New Holland Walleye Rye coming up. I talked to the distillery on Monday, and it should ship out to the distributor. Like, if it didn't go today, tomorrow, maybe, or Friday, it'll be shipping out to the distributor, depending on lead times to get to the store, but within the next week or so, should be at A1. And I mean, Kim, you can talk about it too, but my goodness, when we were there, first of all, there are so many, these barrels are so good. I called Josh while we were on the pick to get one of the other barrels secured for one of our own releases for our channel. So that's how good these barrels were. I didn't want to let them go, but I mean, Kim, what did you think about it?
Yeah, I agree. They were all so good. And the one we picked is so amazing. And I love all of the peach notes that we got on most of the barrels that we tasted. But beside how amazing the whiskey is, it was such a super cool experience. Getting to tour the distillery, but also the brewery was really, really fun.
Yeah, I mean, that's another good one to see. And their process is so unique too. I was just talking to Lance backstage on this as well. They started as the brewery, added the distillery, and they still operate as a brewery for the distillery. So a lot of distilleries will, get their grains, use your standard grains, your standard distiller's yeast that you get from Firm Solutions or wherever, cook, ferment on grain, do a stripping run on grain. Almost everybody does it that way. They operate like a brewery first. So they'll get different grains. They'll get different malts in. They run their mash just like they're brewing their beer, and then sparge all the grains, and they send just the sugar fermented beer, the wort, over to the distillery for distilling. So they don't distill on grain. And some people love their bourbons, but their ryes, I think that whole process with that old, like 100-year-old still that they're running, and that brewing process, their ryes are unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm so pumped for that.
It's one of the more surprising distilleries I've ever visited in the sense of both how they do things. It's not a fancy place. They're not trying to put on a show or anything. They're just trying to make really good things that people like to drink. And it shows in the work that you're getting. Like it tastes like there's been care and craftsmanship put into the products. And to Joe's point, and to back Kim up on these ryes, like they are crazy. These malted ryes are not so good. Some of the best, like my favorite whiskey, some of the most unique whiskey on market. If you guys, any of you guys watch the Bourbon Junkies, Walleye in New Holland is in Michigan. They've talked about Walleye Run products extensively, and New Holland whiskeys extensively on the Bourbon Junkies channel. And, if you're anything like me in a different state that's not Michigan, it's very difficult to get your hands on it. So the fact that we have a pick coming to you guys and it's going to be accessible to everybody, you're going to get bottles, that's amazing to me, because now like you get to experience something that I've wondered about for a very long time. I got to experience it. About a year ago in New Holland, and was just blown away. And I cannot wait to taste this. I was not on this pick, but I cannot wait to taste it because I've not tasted a single barrel that was bad up there.
Would the age come out at, Joe?
I think these were all 7 or close to 8s, weren't they? Weren't they 8s now, Kim? Or they were just under 8s?
I thought you guys said they were over 8.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think that sounds right.
They had like 8 barrels out for us. And normally when you're pick, you're like, oh, we have 8 barrels. Well, great, we're gonna taste through all 8. We made it through like the first 4 or 5, and we're like, nope, throw in the towel. Like this is it. That's how good these were. They made us even forget about the other 3 barrels. But half of the barrels were 7-year, half of them were 8. The ones that were 7 were like just under 8, like maybe 7 years, 10 months. Gotcha. So they were right all in that range. I don't know. They sent us the sample label somewhere. I don't know where it was at, but either way, it doesn't matter. Our Walleye Run last year with the S&W MVP was, I thought phenomenal, and both of these barrels were, even better than that.
Awesome, man! I can't wait. I haven't been this excited for a pick in a while. So, that's not true. That's a stupid statement. I'm excited for a lot of them, but this one I'm really excited for because I haven't tasted their malted ryes, and so I'm excited.
Dude, you don't get any of like the herbaceousness or anything that you would get in like some of those notes that are off-putting to people in a rye. They are so sweet and delicious. It's been said in chat, we've talked about here, it's peachy. It's like peach candy. Even their distillate, just straight off the still, has like a peachy note to it.
So the barrels last year had a lot of the peach candy. This year, I thought these were like peach cobbler. So you still have the super pronounced peach note, but then there's like this buttery pie crust and all like the brown sugar crumbles on top.
Oh my God, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So we got that. Hopefully hitting A1 here pretty soon. I think we were talking to Earl, just based on the holidays when everything's scheduled. What is it looking like, Land? That shipping party probably won't be till after the 1st, though.
Yeah, it'll probably be first couple weeks of January is when I think we'll try to get it out.
All right. Then speaking of January and speaking of, Josh brought up the Junkies, looking at Evernorth coming up in January, which I'm super excited about. If anyone has not had any of their single barrels, man, they've got some great barrels that have come in from a lot of different distilleries. We were up there again, Josh and I, about how long ago was it? That wasn't quite a year ago, was it?
That was back in March, I believe.
March
or early April.
Yeah,
so they're always getting cool barrels in, though. They're always finding cool barrels on market. Like when we were up there, we picked the bourbon that we picked it was from Green River, but it was a mash bill that Green River's mash bill is pretty widely known as being a 21% rye bourbon mash bill. Mm-hmm. What we got was like a 16% rye. Like Green River doesn't even sell that under any of their labels. They only source those barrels out, and they don't do a lot of them. So being able to try and taste those was a ton of fun. And I know right now things could change between, for the next month and a half. This pick is going to be January 27th. there's no telling what they'll have in at that point in time.
Yeah, it's gonna be cold. We're gonna have to warm up the samples we taste.
Hey, that's we might Lance, you won't have any trouble. You're used to this weather, man. Come on.
I'm insulated, so
Right.
And Dan runs hot, so he's going to be fine.
Right.
I'm going to be the one that's on the struggle bus with all the cold weather.
you can get in between Dan and I, Josh.
So
like a little Oreo sandwich, and I'm the filling.
That's right. So that's coming up in January. We are looking at NBC in March.
Yes.
The guys down there. Oh,
I've already started talking to NBC about some ideas for that. So
all right, cool. All right, so that coming up, and then we have a couple that we're pretty sure we're going to be able to secure. We're still working on them. There's no guarantees, but we want to let you guys know the type of picks that we're trying to line up for this year. And that'll be a Weller pick, and then also a backbone pick. So the backbone, of course, I mean, everyone's going to get excited about going back to Buffalo Trace and doing a Weller pick, but a backbone pick is actually excites me. So
yes,
that would be pretty cool. And then we're looking at other options for the rest. I'm sure we'll probably be looking at doing our private label number 2. Mm-hmm. I've got a lot of there are some crazy amazing barrels coming on the market. It just depends on how big we want to go for that. If we want to be in the like NBC range, or if we want to be in the 4K range for what type of barrels that we want to bring in for that. But
definitely we got to talk to Brian. We got to see what Brian will approve.
Definitely, I know for a fact we can be in the at least lower to middle teen year range, double digit range, in that like 12 to 14, maybe 15 year range. I would love, there's some older rye barrels hitting the market that I would love to look at. So
awesome.
Yeah, there's some interesting stuff, and there's a lot of other distilleries with barrels hitting the market that actually have some really nice stuff. So a lot of cool stuff to look at for that.
That's awesome, man. It's exciting stuff.
Got these barrels in the works for y'all. We got it'll be I mean, between the New Holland shipping in January, the Evernorth will probably be like early January, late February, something like that on those. Could even be early February. And then the NBC stuff will probably ship, I would imagine, probably early April or something like that. So we're going to be rolling. This is kind of how it goes. We're seeing the pattern now in year 3 of barrel picks. It's like, they'll kind of trickle out through the year, and then the way that things get with distribution and all that, the picks start rolling out a little bit backloaded, but we got some awesome stuff coming to you guys with.
Yeah. And what's cool is, and maybe you guys have been seeing this and noticing is, we went through that kind of like aged barrel drought there for about 4 or 5 years, where it was super tough to even find anything 6 years or older. And there's a lot more older barrels available. Even legacy distillers or ages are creeping up. All the craft guys that have really like made it and been able to hang out and stick around have super high ages. I mean, Woodinville is releasing 9-year-old. There's 10-year-old Woodinville barrels on the market. New Riffs got stuff up in that like 9-10 year range now. What we were just talking about, even this Driftwood Glen, 6 years old. So there's a lot of these distilleries that were releasing stuff, 3-4 years ago that people were excited about, that now are getting 8, 9, 10-year-old plus barrels. So there's going to be a lot of aged whiskey available in the U.S., which is really exciting.
Good for us. It's good for us. I like it. Yeah, so I mean, if all those picks pan out, then we've got a couple more barrels to decide on for year 4. So we're doing pretty good. If you guys don't know, I think most of you do, but you can always go to barrelsforhope.com, click on barrels, and you'll see, if you scroll down, you'll see each year what barrel picks we did. So that's always there if you're curious.
So Brian, Bourbon Engineer asked, I can get him an aged tequila barrel. I'm trying to get myself an aged tequila barrel. I've got 2 distilleries that I've emailed over and over. I've translated into Spanish and emailed, and I can't get any responses. So I don't know. Maybe down in Mexico, if you get an email from the U.S., they assume it's spam, just like when we get emails from out of country, we assume it's spam. I have no idea. But yeah, I can't even get myself a tequila barrel. I mean, I could. You go through a third-party broker, and then you pay like quadruple the amount, and you don't know what condition the barrel's in, and it's best to get it right from the source.
Mm-hmm. All right. So as usual, guys, if you have suggestions, I saw someone posted some suggestions up there. If you want us to ever look and ask our partners about barrel picks, let us know, and we will definitely talk amongst the board and see what we can do. So, all right. With that, I think we're on to the annual year-end event.
Oh, hey, real quick, do we have? Do you have any bottle donations to announce?
No, I was gonna, like I was telling Joe before we got on. Narav's been pretty sick, so I asked him, and then he finally got back to me today, but he hadn't been in the store, and he's not feeling good. So
I'll
get him, and I'll let you guys know. But I don't
you might have told me that. Maybe I just
no, that's okay. It's okay. Man, what is with the spam?
I don't know.
The Bourbon Engineer said, "Don't send that gringo any info."
Yeah, I don't know, man.
We got people looking for girlfriends and everything on here tonight.
We need to mod some folks up.
No, that's kind of when you made it. I mean, we were doing our live like blind sample tastings with the Whiskey Society, and we started getting spam on there. I'm like, we're like a little tiny whiskey society up here in Northwest Ohio. What? I think we had literally like 8 people watching, and we were getting spam.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it was crazy.
All right, Kim, you want to fill us in on the year-end event info?
Would love to. I'm so excited about the annual event. A lot of work still happening. A lot of stuff we don't know yet. But what I can tell you is mark your calendars for the weekend of July 25th. We will be going to Bardstown.
Yeah.
Bourbon capital of the world.
That's right.
So a lot more info to be coming, including ticket prices, itinerary for the weekend, hotels, all of that is still being worked. But we do have an event location. We have a date. We have catering. It's very excited to be going back to Kentucky and especially to Bardstown. So July 25th, that weekend.
And if you haven't been to Bardstown is like the quaintest, coolest little city that has some of the biggest distilleries in the world in it. And it's so crazy. Like I remember the first time I went to Bardstown, like you drive into the city limits and the smell of mash is just in the air. Like just the air in Bardstown smells like most other places inside of their distilleries. So it is crazy. Yeah, that's right. Neat's in Bardstown now. That would be.
Yeah, I'm super excited. There's a lot of possibilities for little things for us to do too, and
it's absolutely amazing. I mean, you've got the Talbot Tavern, you got the Oscar Getz Museum, you have all the distilleries, you've got Mammy's, you've got Scout and Scholar, You've
That
got
butterscotch pie is ridiculous.
Oh, dude, it's crazy. You got
Liam
Got
Ash Cocktail
Ian and
Bar.
Ash.
the
It's one of the best cocktail bars I've ever been to.
yeah. Now you've got what is it? The Volstead. Not great cocktails, but it's a cool little speakeasy.
Cool place.
You got the Kentucky Dinner Train. I mean, it's
Got Willet.
yeah,
Will
oh,
yeah.
Will. And I can't believe how many people who are in this group and never been to Bardstown.
I couldn't believe
has not been to Bardstown.
Yeah, that blew my mind when I was watching the board of directors meeting. I never knew Earl had not been to Bardstown. That's crazy to me.
Now everybody knows.
I was not going to let that go. I was going to make sure.
Yeah, he needs to get his priorities straight. That's insane.
I'll be totally honest with you. I mean, we live 2.5 hours away from Bardstown, and we lose an hour going up there. I will find any excuse to go up there.
I was there this morning.
Yeah.
I was there this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am definitely gonna take a couple extra days off. I think I'll be down there a couple days earlier than the event. So there'll be too much to do with too many people. It'll be a blast.
There's too much to do. We're gonna have to have a couple different options or itineraries, because then you got the old jailhouse. You have the old like, if anybody likes like spooky tours or graveyards, there's a graveyard behind there with like Civil War, or not even Civil War, Revolutionary War graves, and the dude who invented the steamboat engine is buried there. You got the Jesse James bullet holes in the walls in Talbot Tavern. I mean, there's so much stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be super cool. Matt asked, do we know how many for the pick team for Evernorth? Josh, do you want to tell?
6. Their motto is bring fewer people, we'll taste many more barrels that way. So it's a really great pick experience up there. And whoever comes on the pick, you're going to be helping bottle the pick for the group. Like, we will select the barrel, they'll dump the barrel, run it down the bottling line. You get to be part of the entire process. It'll be a really, really good time. It's a ton of fun. Dan and Sean are great. And by Dan and Sean, I mean Dan's great. No, Dan and Sean are both great. It's a ton of fun. Brandon's great. If you watch the channel, you've seen Brandon on there. He's great too. Yeah, they're just doing really good, really cool whiskey things up there, and that's what we like. We like cool whiskey things. So, did
Earl say when he was going to post poll to see who wants to go on that? I'll talk. Well, Earl's watching. I'm sure he can probably post it whenever he wants.
Yeah, and we'll when we do this, we'll get all the details. I know Lance, myself, and Dan are in on this one, and then we're gonna stay at the Fairfield there in Midland, Michigan, but there's nothing where Evernorth is at all. So Midland's the nearest place, and we'll stay there, and we'll have a bottle share probably. If you're there the day before the pick and the night of the pick, we'll have a bottle share the night before the pick, as well as a bottle share the night after the pick as well, there at the Fairfield. Like, we'll be in somebody's suite or something like that.
Yeah, Earl, I'd say you can post the poll whenever you want.
Yep.
And then we'll figure out if we're bringing 2 or 3 on the pick with us. But I would say you could post it, let people opt in if they want to go.
Yeah, it'll be January 27th from 11 a.m. to the pick's scheduled from 11 to 2, but we're going to bottle it after that. So it's really going to be like, it'll be like an 11 to 4 type of thing. Cut out, go grab some dinner in Midland. It's a good time.
Yeah, I'm excited. That'll be fun. All right. I think that's all the news we had for you guys. The big news was the event in Bardstown, which I'm so excited about.
Super excited.
Yeah, man.
So Kim, is it going to be 100 tickets again? Is that what we're doing?
I don't think we'll limit it.
Okay. Awesome.
Oh,
The
yeah.
event center has the space, so we can just let it ride. And then wherever we're at, we'll figure out. Well, there may be some like special experiences here and there that those might be more limited just based on the space that places have available. So when tickets do go up, you want to get in early and get your spot secured, because then if we announce like, just like the first year when we did Louisville and we had like the Pursuit United thing, and that was like 15 people, like things like that are going to pop up. So you want to be in there invested so that you can latch onto some of these kind of one-off experiences depending on what the itinerary comes together like.
Oh, I'm totally so I can't even count. I'm thinking about applying for like dual Bardstown citizenship. I'm down there. And I love it. So I'm definitely going to get like a tour guide hat, and we're going to get a bus, and I'll everyone around. I'll go down early. We'll do like a Thursday full tour day or something.
That'd be fun,
With,
man.
like, but when you're looking left of your van, you'll kind of. Hey,
Mike Ackley.
Do you think there's any double-decker buses in the U.S. I could?
That would be so fun.
I know New York has some.
Mike Ackley had a question up above a little bit ago. He said, are any members interested in local meetups during the winter, maybe regionally? Would be happy to put together one in the Northeast area. Also ask how many full memberships are open. We've got, I think, about a dozen full memberships open, maybe a little bit more than that. So again, the best marketing that we can get is you guys letting other people know about Barrels for Hope and our mission here, what we're doing. So if you know anybody that likes whiskey and they like whiskey just showing up at their door, really great picks showing up at their door, and they like charity, let them know. Your word, like we spread the word within our groups, but like we're talking to a lot of the same people. You guys reaching out and talking to other people can be a huge help for the organization. And then as far as regional meetups, yeah, maybe there's, I kind of wonder, maybe like in Discord, maybe we could do like a little regional, like a northeast, southeast. Yeah. We could do something like that, like more regional areas, and people could chat in there. And, if anybody wants to spearhead things like that, I would love to see more activity within the group. Also, I want to mention, speaking of Discord, if you're on Discord, there's a thing called the Speakeasy, and it's right at the top above all the other Barrels for Hope stuff. It's a video like hangout place. So, if you're just Friday, Saturday night, you just want to shoot the breeze, you can drop into the Speakeasy just on your cell phone. And, see another member in there, drop in, share some pours together. That's a great way to get to know people, build some camaraderie, and just chit chat, shoot the breeze.
Yeah, I would say, I think it's definitely, really run it. So he must have heard of my tours we did. We did one with the Whiskey Society. We did 27 distilleries over 6 days. It was pretty wild. But for the meetups, I think it's something maybe going forward we could talk about as a board, maybe each board member once throughout the year trying to set one up in their region. But with us being a volunteer board, I think didn't we do a push for people to have like their state or wherever next to their name? Didn't we do a push to have like the state you're in name
about it?
Anyways, for you guys to put up on there, and if you want to do a post and host a get together in the area to just do that. I mean, we're a community. It doesn't have to be a board member put that together. It would be super awesome if like grassroots, you guys said, hey, I'm in this area. Any members want to meet up over the weekend? I've got these cool places we can go to visit. I can recommend some Airbnbs or hotels or whatever. And that would be super cool. I mean, it's something that we can talk about as a board doing a little more formalized, but man, there's nothing preventing you guys from getting on there and setting that up yourselves.
And if you've got buddies who are into bourbon, it's a good time to invite them over. I know in the last week, we had 2 referrals for people to join. So that's the best way to get people to join. So yeah, it's a great
yeah. If anybody's traveling through Ohio and they want to meet up at Adventure Spirits, then just message me. Let me know. I love showing off the distillery. We've got our first brandy fermenting right now, so that's super exciting.
Yeah, I need to start. I need to start doing a quarterly thing at my house for the Illinois people. I think might have to start doing that. That sounds fun. I'm sure my wife would love it. Ed's coming this weekend. We've got a 2-night live stream, Friday and Saturday night, for where people send in samples. We're crowning the greatest of all time. So, well, actually, Friday night we're tasting the worst. People send in the worst samples. Saturday night we're tasting the best. So, should be pretty fun.
Nice.
So Renee's leaving the house Friday night.
Well, hey, everyone. I mean, Josh just dropped that Bourbon Bunker video. I'm sure everybody wants to go visit Josh at his house now.
Somebody come help me drink this stuff. I gotta get out of here, y'all. I'm running out of space.
Well, that's the other. Yeah, that'd be a great thing. Like all your floor whiskey, like just take a bottle as you leave, or 5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the door, what is it, like the party gifts or whatever people show up is like
floor whiskey.
Yeah. Take as much as you want.
It's so absurd. It's crazy.
Oh, it's crazy. Even some down in that corner, like.
Yeah. And when we're long and gone, our kids will be going through all our stuff, being like, God, what's all this crap? Just throw it all away. There'll be some just incredible whiskeys just thrown away, poured down the drains.
Probably so, yeah. That's
why. So we all got to write it into
our wills.
That during like the funeral is going to be a bourbon party. Just invite everybody in the whole entire state, and you got like 400 bottles lined up.
I'll get all the whiskey out of the garage. Put it out. Tell everybody to take a bottle when they leave.
There you go.
Great idea.
I like that idea.
You would be the most popular dead person in your.
It's like, hey, this is a celebration.
All right, this got grim real quick.
I liked it.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys have anything else tonight?
Nope. Anybody else watching in chat? You got any questions for us or anything else to add? Did anybody post on how they're liking the Dripless Glen?
I didn't see any.
Us. Hopefully, it's not just us liking it.
Had a few early on. I think Earl was talking about how he gets the malt on it. He really liked it.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that baffles me is sometimes people get bottles in and then don't open them right away. I don't know what that's like.
Yeah, I don't know who's doing that. I've never done that.
I can't if I don't open it.
I don't think I have a boat.
People always come over to my house and they're like, I thought your bunker would be bigger. I was like, I can't keep anything closed. I open everything.
Yeah.
Right. Josh, I only have one of our picks that is not open.
Is it a backup?
No.
Can I guess which one?
Yeah.
Wait, was it a backup, but you finished the first one already?
Nope.
Huh. I can't. No. I don't know why you would do that. Why would you deprive yourself of that?
That's going to be terrible.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Well, if you didn't get a backup, see, I got a backup so I could open the first one. But if I had not got a backup, I would.
Well, I might have
tasted that bottling though, right?
Oh yeah, and I might have kept one or two at the distillery before we got before it got paid and shipped out.
Matt Burns still hasn't opened the
Pretty
private
fair.
label.
Oh dang!
I don't know how you guys do that. I see that all the time. Like, yeah, I'm like
I
6
think
behind.
that's the only one. I think that's the only one.
I've just got a barrel with all our picks on it. It's getting full.
All right. So what do you guys do? Like, when's the last time you did inventory? I feel like I need to organize and do inventory in here. I've got my shelves are 3, sometimes 4 deep, and I don't know that I could tell you even what's in behind some of these.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
This year, especially since we started Barrels for Hope, I just don't buy much anymore because, we all have our own picks and stuff. It's pretty much all private picks, single barrel picks. Is all I'll buy an occasional thing, but not very much anymore.
I
Those are my
haven't.
favorite things.
Well, I haven't really either. I guess I just bought way too much prior to that.
Yep.
I've even went to the whiskey lounge. Maybe I guess I got to take some more.
The distilleries have finally stopped sending me stuff. I think they realize I'm not going to review all their stuff anymore.
Oh.
So I'm finally not getting all that, but it was a problem for a while.
I always tell people they're like, oh, it would be so cool if I had a channel and distillery sent me free stuff. It's not.
It's not.
It's not
cool.
like
It's really cool. Like the first 5 you get, you're like, oh, this is cool. And then you're like, yeah, this isn't cool anymore.
Well, because they're not sending you BTAC and Pappy and King of Kentucky and
yes,
old 19-year and
Hard Truth sent me every bottle they ever released. I mean, they were sending. I bet they've sent me $4,000 worth of whiskey. It's insane, and their stuff was great. Like all the finished stuff, everything.
But how many for every one of those bottles they sent you was great? How many bottles did you get from distilleries that were mediocre to not good?
A lot.
A lot.
Too many.
A lot. Mike Ackley said, my rule's only having 15 bottles open at a time, so I open the other mics.
That's funny.
Nice.
All right, guys. Well, I don't have anything else. So we appreciate you all. Love you all. I'm glad there's still a lot of excitement around the organization. We're so excited. I mean, this next year-end event, we're going to be over 100,000 in donations. So that's all because of you guys. So thank you guys very much for all that. I tried to post about just to kind of give you guys a snapshot of what we've done with our $90,000 so far. And it seemed like that got a lot of response, which was cool. If you guys didn't know, for those of you who aren't on Discord, I started sending a newsletter. So I hope you guys appreciate that. I got a lot of good feedback from that. From those of you not on Discord.
That takes a lot of work.
Yeah, it's just a pain, but that's okay. I love you guys. Finally happy to do it. So,
by the way, if you can spread the word about Barrels for Hope and we get some more people in here, we may very well crack 150,000 if we can get these membership spots filled up after the swap. Because the whole point of doing the swap was to create the space for us to have less processing fees from Patreon. But if we're down on membership from that, it almost ends up being a wash. So we need to fill these membership spots back up so we can donate even more money to charity.
Yep. And I think we're on a good pace to do that. So thank you guys all for everything you do. We really appreciate it. This year-end event is going to be amazing. As always, thanks, Kim, for all your hard work behind the scenes and dealing with us board members as we throw all these ideas at you. I think the next couple of years are laid out. It'll be amazing. So thank you guys. Cheers to everybody. We'll talk to you guys. I don't think have we scheduled December's?
Not yet, but usually we're the last Wednesday of the month. That's like New Year's Eve. So we won't do it then, but we'll figure it out. Just keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah, we'll talk to you in Discord. You'll get a newsletter, but if we don't talk to you on live stream, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Christmas.
Love you guys.
Cheers.
Talk to you guys all later.
Love you.
Cheers.
Bye.